Hello, good morning. Uh, it has been a while since I put a video on this channel. I actually have two channels, this one and one in Spanish. I normally put more videos in the other one just simply because I live in Mexico. Most of my friends speak Spanish, and although they might speak English too, I don't know, my mom just wants to know what I'm doing, I guess. But being quite honest, to me is a little bit more easier to make videos in English simply because I have this thing where I am all the time, speaking English, practice. So excuse me if I don't make a lot of sense sometimes. That's just the way I am. I mean, even in Spanish, when I'm editing the videos, I'm like, what I was saying? Like, I'm thinking a lot of things, so sometimes I lost my train of thought. But yeah, I just wanted to catch up with you guys. I know that probably there's no one watching this, but I just like making videos, I guess. First, I'm going to start with my base, and I will try to chat with you guys just because it has been a while, and although nothing major has happened in my life, I just, should, maybe talk to you a little so we get to know each other. So first, excuse my face, I just came from the gym and took a shower, and I'm a little bit red because of that. I put all my skincare on and my skin is looking disgusting, but I have to work with it. I had several allergic reactions the past month and they were not nice. It was so weird because I'm not really allergic to anything, I thought, and we realized that it was a fat burning thing that I was taking, that my nutritionist told me to take. So it was something controlled. It wasn't just like a random thing. It was something that, a knowledgeable person told me to take. Like, he knows his craft. So it was weird, needless to say, because I have taken things similar before and never had a reaction. But we are taking a different method now, because I'm going to start, because if not, I'm going to take forever. I'm going to start with Laura Mercier, and I'm going to use the salmon color for my panda eyes. But we are doing something different, moving things out. I already lost all the weight that I have gained in December, which was a lot, let me tell you. I wish I had the metabolism that some people have, where they can eat whatever they want. I don't have that. And I'm not saying that, genetics is the main thing. Of course not. Although genetics has a role in the way you look, I think for the most part is the way you were raised, the things you were raised to eat, and the size of them. Like, it will be so much easier for you to be healthy if your parents raise you to eat healthy. It's just, a habit to use what you are used to eat. And although I eat pretty healthy, I actually really like healthy food. I still love my burgers, and I still love my pigs and all of that. Long story short, I was doing weights and cardio again at night. So I was doing a lot of training. So we don't know what really happened, because I didn't lose, I lose like 200 grams of fat and in a time of a month, and I actually gained a kilo of muscle, which is just so bizarre, because in theory I should have been burning so much more calories than what I was, using in my daily intake. Like my daily intake was so much lower than my need of energy, so I should have been losing weight. But we think it might have been that I wasn't sleeping enough and that I have put my body in maybe too much stress, because I have been dieting. I have been dieting. Why can't I speak today? Okay, I will try to put the word here because I'm not making any sense. I have been doing that for a few months now, since the beginning of the year. And although it's, you know, I go to someone who is knowledgeable about this, it's not like I'm just cutting my calories in half. You know, it is weird. Sometimes the body is weird. Sometimes it wants to do whatever it wants to do. And yeah, I don't know. But we are taking things differently. My diet used to be a little bit more restrictive when it comes to carbs. It used to be, you know, good in protein and fats and quite low on carbs. Right now is more balanced in that sense. But my training has been cut a little bit short, and we are doing like I'm not doing any less weight training. I'm just playing a little bit when it comes to, what's the name? I'm playing a little bit when it comes to time. I'm making everything so much more faster, so I raise my heart beat, I guess. Yeah, so I'm doing that. And cardio wise, I'm still doing cardio every single day that I train, so 6 times per week. But let me tell you this, I'm not doing as much as I used to. I'm doing I don't know what's the name in English, but I guess it's progressive cardio. Like, for example, I start in day 1, which is normally Monday, right? Because I train Monday to Saturday. So for that would mean that I'm going to use the RCMA palette, and I'm going to use Shinto one as my base, which is this color. Start the week with 25 minutes and we end up the week, like, we do progressive, so we will add up every single day 15 minutes. I will add 15 and 15 and 15 until day 6, and then I start again, you know. So it will be 25, then it will be 40, 55, and we go along. You get it? Yeah, that's pretty much what I do, and it has been working. I mean, it's not like I'm losing huge amounts of weight. I don't know, I just, you know, it has been always hard for me to have less than 20% of body fat, because my body is funny like that, and once I get to 20, I just kind of start gaining muscle, and I have a quite decent muscle mass. Like, I train a lot and I really like to doing weights, but it comes to a point where I'm like, I want to look cut, but it's just hard for me. And when I was younger, it used to be the opposite. Gaining muscle mass for me used to be really hard, and I was really skinny. So it's funny like that. My body either goes like super skinny, you don't have any muscle, or you have a lot of muscle but you're not really cut. Like, I'm right now around, I'm pretty sure like 19% body fat, which, you know, is pretty normal, pretty okay. For health, you should be around 20 to 30. For looks, you should be around 15 to 18, and below that is for competition, which I would like to do. I would like to compete in bodybuilding, bikini, uh, but you know, I don't wanna stress my body too much. I wanna get first to 15-18% and then I will see, you know, because I have to see if it's achievable for me, you know, like we all have different physiques, and for sure I'm not doing something right, because we all can get there. I just know how to get there, because you know, it's not the same for everyone. Everybody's universe, everyone is really different, and although there is, you know, quite you know, general rule when it comes to losing weight and gaining muscle mass and losing body fat, sometimes some things work better than others for certain people. It's just as simple as that. So you have to get to know your body, and I guess I'm in that phase where I have to see what actually works better for me, because you know, I was killing myself at the gym. Like I was working so hard and it didn't work out, you know, like it just didn't. It wasn't giving me the results that I wanted. I find that I was maybe doing more before, but I'm losing fat now, which is just funny. Maybe my body really is susceptible to not getting enough sleep. So you have to play with that. Like some people, it doesn't really matter too much for their body if they get enough sleep. They seem fine. It seems like my body just loves to sleep. I mean, pretty much like it hates me if I don't get enough sleep, because I can be doing everything right and I think I don't look as good if I don't get enough sleep. I'm going to use NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer a little bit for my panda eyes. Like I'm a little bit OCD when it comes with my panda eyes. They're just there. I don't like them. But you know, I'm human. Not perfect whatsoever. And I'm going to use this to highlight Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion a little bit in the nose. I like to use this one because it doesn't move as much and it's pretty light. And although I really like this RCMA palette, and as you can see it has a lot of colors, so use, you know, a lot of them. I just like to play with different textures, I guess, and there are certain things that I really like them to not move, so that's why I use different products. But you could totally use just this palette. You don't need to have this palette. This is more if you like to work on clients and things like that, but I just enjoy that. And although I don't so once I put whatever I want to highlight, you should always remember that highlighting something is going to make it look more forward. So for my non-existent cheekbones, I will put that there, and yeah. So white beautiful nail. I think this palette will be nice, the RCMA palette, if you tan. I don't tan. I don't like to be tan, honestly speaking. But I just tan naturally. I'm Latin. If I get sun, I tan easily. I don't burn. But I tend to suffer for a lot of post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. So although I get dark pretty easily, and maybe you are, you know, Latin or someone who can get dark really easily, as if you are someone of color, getting too much sun is not the best idea. Saying that though, I use sun protection a lot, but I live in a country with which normally there's a lot of sun. And although I try to protect my skin, and I use SPF sunscreen religiously every single day in my face, my arms, just for the fact that I wash my hands quite often, they get tanner. It has always been the case, you know, like leg-wise I'm quite pasty. If you see my collarbones, I look a little bit pasty because I am pasty in that sense. In winter, when there is not as much sunshine, the rest of my body gets a lot more pasty, just white. I mean, I'm not white. I will never look white just because I don't get that color, I guess. I just look pale per se. And if you're someone who all the time is switching, you know, foundations, it can get expensive. And if you are Latin per se, I think these ones, which are the Shinto colors, this is the BK11, Shinto 1, Shinto 2, Shinto 3, like these colors really suit us, because I personally don't like, I never get pink. I'm not pink. I might get redness, but I'm not pink. I get tan, but my tan is not orange or anything like that. So it has to have quite a bit of yellow, but it has to be have a little bit of olive per se, because that's the color we get. And although we might not be really dark or really pale, our colors are different. I mean, every race has sometimes a little bit of different undertones, and you sometimes can't have a good match when it comes to your undertones if you add up, you know, a few different colors, like a little bit of orange or a little bit of green or a little bit of yellow. You know, those really help to make the foundations right for your undertone. But I find that these ones are really good, because sometimes I have trouble, like I go and it's not like I'm too dark to find a color for me, as some people might have trouble with. It's just that I might find that they have like a range. I'm normally in the middle, on the middle light zone, but the undertone sometimes it just looks weird. Sometimes the foundation is too orange or too pink or too yellow. Normally I work better with yellow than other colors, but I'm yellow, but I guess I have a little bit of that olive undertone. It might be something light enough, or like my shade per se, but it might be not the right undertone, so it can look ashy sometimes, or it can look just weird, you know, like when you have that base but a little bit more dark is too dark, a little bit light is too light, and you're like, yeah, I should be in these colors, but the undertone is not right. So yeah, I'm going to use baking. And you know, it's funny because I have quite a few different videos now in my other channel, so I don't know if I'm repeating myself sometimes, but I'm pretty sure I'm not, because in this channel I guess I only have 2 videos, which are the skincare ones, and I could totally put subtitles in my other videos, but I don't know if it was because my other videos were so long and I was talking so much that when I try, I mean, my skincare videos have Spanish subtitles, at least one of them, and I was learning and it got erased so many times, and it just was such a pain to me to do that, that I every time like I want to put subtitles, I'm like, do you really want to put subtitles on that? I don't think so. And because I totally forgot to use contouring, because I normally do cream contour. I find it to be more natural and better, but I already put powder. I mean, I could maybe no. I'm not going to play with that. I'm going to use powder contour, although it's not my favorite, being honest here, but because I'm talking too much, I just forgot. So I'm going to do my eyebrows. I'm going to do them as usual, which is just pretty boring, but if you know me and if you have watched any of my other videos in Spanish, you might know that I have quite dark hair. It looks pretty black, but yeah. So I hate when you see warm undertones in my eyebrows. They look too fake. So I use the shade Run It for that, because I just love a cool tone eyebrow on myself. And I know a lot of people say like you should have lighter eyebrows if you have darker hair, but I just like what I like, you know, you do you. If someone wants me to recreate any makeup look of my other channel, I will really happily do so, because I just like making videos and talking about makeup and random stuff. But yeah, the thing is, it's not so much that I don't want to do videos, it's just sometimes I have trouble with lighting, or there's a lot of sound. I would love if YouTube should have this thing when, like in the movies, where you have different audios. Like, why only subtitles? I get so annoying. Like, it would be so much easier for me if I could just put two different audios, like the Spanish audio and the English audio, so you could watch the same video and I could just talk over it, you know, like it would be so much easier. And although I know it might be annoying if my mouth doesn't match up with the words that I'm saying, for the most part, more when it comes to makeup, because you want to watch what I'm doing, right? Why? You should have different outfits. Like, it's maybe I'm being weird, I don't know. That wouldn't be new. I'm quite weird that way. But yeah, to me it's not, you know, something different to be talking in English, just because I have this weird Frida, and I mean, it's just a me thing where I'm thinking loud all the time, and I guess I just got used to doing it in English just because people won't understand it, and it will be less weird if someone, you know, hears me. Like, normally my eyebrows come together really easily, and today they're not behaving. So now I have to talk about all of that. I mean, there's so many things that I have been thinking about talking about, but I haven't done anything. But I want to make a cover of a few different songs. That's nothing new for me. I love makeup, but honestly speaking, my first and my greatest love has always been music. And the thing is that it has been a while since I have taken any kind of musical training, and I would say I'm pretty decent. I mean, when it comes to my vocals, I just always find that with pretty much everything, even with this channel and everything that I do, I find that I always think that it's not good enough. And that's a problem, because sometimes, you know, it's good to be a perfectionist. Not say that I am, but with certain things I'm really picky. You know, it can be a really good thing because it makes you try more, you know, tell yourself that you can do better than that, and that's good. But the thing is, sometimes being a perfectionist stops you, because for a long time I didn't even try to make these videos because I was like, no one is going to watch them. I mean, I'm pretty dumb when it comes to editing and all that kind of stuff, you know. It's just not my fault. It's it's not my strongest point. So for a long time I was like, if I'm going to do garbage, why would I even try, you know? Sometimes being a perfectionist stops you, because I did try a few times and I never liked the videos. Yeah, I find that sometimes you do something and it's not good enough, and you try again, it's not good enough. It's just part of being a perfectionist. Is difficult because you're trying, but everyone is just like, you're doing nothing. And sure, I like to watch quality and all of that, and I find beautiful too seeing the growth of people. But with myself, I'm like, I mean, I have been trying to be better at it, and I have been so much better at it in the last few months, because I used to be like, that's not good enough, and to this day I still think that a lot of the things that I do, they're not even remotely good enough. I think I just have to grow, you know, accustomed to the idea that I'm a lot to be somewhat okay someday. And I think that's part of why being a perfectionist can be bad, because as it can't make you be better and try to be better, it can stop you from growth when you don't even try because you don't think it's going to be good enough. And when you try and try and try and try, but you don't put anything outside from people to see, when it's something like, you know, work or content that you want to create, it's just different. So sorry, my camera cut me again, and my eyebrows are looking a little bit crazy. Nothing new there. I tend to do my eyebrows a little bit crazy if I'm not careful. I mean, I do have quite dark, bold eyebrows to begin with. I mean, yeah. Let's do the eye makeup and then we'll try to fix that. See, because sometimes they look good with the eye makeup. So I was saying that, yeah, sometimes I found difficult being like that, being a little bit perfectionist when it comes to your work and the things that you like to do, because you have to fail. The thing is, you have to fail and you have to be bad sometimes to be better, to do better. And if you never put yourself in that position when you are bad, you will never grow. Like, no one ever grow up knowing how to do everything in life. You just learn along the way. But I guess sometimes we just want to be good and we don't want to fail. And, you know, in this society, I guess we really value what is to be good in one's work and everything. And I think that's something we should always strive for, like being the better version of whatever you want to be, yourself and your work and all the things that you do. But I think we should, at least for myself, I think I really should be better when it comes to accepting that I'm going to fail a lot in a lot of things in life. So I might as well move on with the thought that I'm not going to fail, or I'm too scared to fail, because then what else can I do? Like, it's even worse not to even try, because for a long time there was a lot of things that I didn't even try because I was so scared that I was going to fail. And as they say, there's no bigger loser than the one who doesn't even try. So I'm working on that. I have been doing a lot better, I think. The past few months I have been trying, you know, but it can be hard because, you know, there's always someone out there who might say, oh, you're not trying enough, or you are not doing enough. And, you know, yeah, you might not be growing enough, but you can only keep trying. And it can be difficult. It can be a weird thing, you know, because they might come from a good place, but it's just like, you know what, I'm trying. For some people, being good and having success comes quick. For some others, they don't. And you know, we just see the highlights of certain things. We don't see all the work that goes behind things. Sometimes they might think, oh, it comes so easily, or how can you can be so great as that person. But they don't know how much that other person work. They don't know how much effort and how many years of learning it took that person, or how many failed tries. And you know, people have to learn to fail, that it's okay. At least for myself, I think that's something I really have had to learn this past few months. And yeah, people might say I'm a failure, but you know what? I rather fail trying than being the biggest failure in life that is not even trying. Because, you know, I rather think, you know, things didn't go the way I wanted to, but I tried, than being like, oh, I didn't even try. And this might not be a problem for some of you, but I find that it's a problem for a lot of people. But more so nowadays, just because if you're doing something in social media, or you know, something related with internet, that is never going to disappear. Like, you just have to be comfortable with the idea that your mistakes are going to be always there. And you know, they might not be even a big deal, but it's just something like, did I do that? So yeah, it's something that you have to be comfortable with. At least for myself, it's something that I have to be like, you have to be better at this, because if not, you're never going to be good at anything, you know. You have to learn to fail, but that's part of growing. Growing can be a painful, pricky thing, and something I think we all should, you know, learn how to deal with. Part of growing, I guess. Sorry guys, my camera stopped recording, but I managed to take some pictures of the final look. I was actually going for something quite different, but in the end I kind of liked it, I guess. I'm not really sure about the eyeshadow part of it, but the base and everything else looks okay for me, and I hope you like it, and we can chat a little bit more in the next few videos. Hope you all have a good day.